All right. Hey guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Wake Up Podcast. Sorry that it's been forever, but I've actually been waiting for a certain reason. Two things that I do want to go ahead and say in this video. One, there's going to be some changes. Not bad ones. No, not all changes are bad. And that's the way it probably should be seen. But that also means that not all changes are good, but this is probably one of the better ones, at least in my opinion. But what I mean by changes is I have bought a mask from Amazon, and what I'm going to be doing today is changing. So obviously, for reasons, I decided to not show my face but use a mask. Sorry if the mask is kind of distracting or it's kind of, endearing. What you can do, uh, if you want to, uh, go to my Discord in the description of, I think, my fourth episode, where I invited my viewers to, watch. But I want to go ahead and talk about something a bit lighter. I want to talk about something lighter because I understand that people need something in their lives to give them hope. So today, I'm going to be talking about something a bit, just a small bit silly, as well as also promoting this mask, which is actually a really good find. So, well, first of all, let's just go ahead and talk about what I'm going to be talking about today. So, I want to talk about why the world is a good place despite everything that's happening. Now, I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out. Despite what society teaches, what the world sees, what's going on currently, in my opinion at least, it could be way worse. It could be, but it's not. That's the thing. It's bad, but it's not the worst. Me personally, I'm gonna keep politics out of this channel because it is no place. No one likes talking about it, even though I do like talking about uncomfortable subjects. That's one subject that I will not be talking about today. I will never talk about politics on this channel unless it's discussing both sides. But, anyways, think about it this way. And let me actually just grab the camera. We as a society have found ways to cure diseases back whenever we, couldn't cure them back then. We didn't understand anything about the world back then. We didn't understand it. Now, looking back on it, we probably call ourselves idiots. We probably call our ancestors idiots whenever we probably would have done the same thing, given the things that we probably would have had back then. I will go ahead and say this much. I very much enjoy talking about stuff like this, and it's one of those things that is definitely interesting about how society needs to not change and change. One of the things that does not need to change, which keeps people happy, is the way that we usually try to put positivity on things. Positivity is one of the main things that people lack right now. We lack positivity because we're so we're so focused on the negative parts of this world. That's one thing I want to change about this. I want people to understand that despite the talks I do on this podcast, despite the things that I say, despite everything, despite all the things that stack against you, I want you to have a positive outlook on things. I want you to look in the mirror and be happy that you're alive, that you at least have someone that cares about you, you care about people, and that even though you've been through struggles, maybe today's not your best day. Maybe today is the worst day of your life. At least you're breathing. At least you're able to open your eyes. At least you're able to walk. At least you're able to say, if only. There's so many people out in the world who have everything and yet are so sad. It sucks that stuff like this happens to people because these people are the types of people that could change the world if they first changed their positivity. That's why I love positivity so much because without it, what would we be? Where would we be? And more importantly, how would we change if we didn't have it? We would probably long for it, look for the silver lining in everything, making it to where everything tries to stay positive, to where we have guides on being positive instead of being negative, if positivity didn't exist. If you're going to take anything from this podcast today, if you're going to take anything from this episode, take this. Change one thing in your thought process. It changes everything. Change one thing in the way you say things. It changes everything. Change one thing in your actions. It changes everything. One small thing can change everything. It all matters on what it is, when you decide to use it, and why. Now, uh, I will have some more of these podcasts where I'll have this mask on. I will be doing different ones because this thing has like uh different faces and all that on it. It's actually really cool. So this is the second part where I'm somewhat promoting this. So first of all, I got this off of Amazon. It was around $35, and it's very good, like incredibly good. For what I ended up paying for, I ended up getting a mask, the a mask and a charging cord, which you is probably more recommended than using a normal USB Type C, which is what it takes off charge. It has 10 hours of use and charges in 3. I'm gonna go ahead and say this much: this mask is probably one of the better things I've bought, besides maybe my switchboard, so I could do gameplay videos and talk to y'all. But let me go ahead and show y'all what this thing can do. All right, so there's a sensor about like right here that show that like if you hold it up, you hold your hand up against it, it doesn't okay. That makes it to where you can do this, changing the thing. And also a bit of an epilepsy warning because some of these flash or like change very suddenly. So, yeah. So I'm gonna go through a few of these for y'all. Actually, I might go through the entire thing, let it play for a bit, and I want y'all to tell me which ones y'all want me to maybe use the most, or maybe the ones that y'all don't want me to use the most. Challengers. I think I accidentally skipped over one. Okay. Yeah. So, put down in the comments which one y'all want me to uh use the most. Maybe have one that's dynamic, and then one that's static, which is the one that like stays still. Oh, let me something like this, like one of these, if that makes sense. But I highly recommend this mask, and it's probably one of the better purchases I've made. Like this is something I'm definitely going to be using in future for the podcast and for any of the other types of episodes. One thing that's also kind of cool is the gesturing, which, like I said, the sensor, if you hold your hand up against it, the X means that gesturing is now not a thing on it, where you don't have to worry about it changing if someone accidentally brushes against your face. So yeah, uh, I would like take off my thing, but yeah, because then that would show my face. So, anyways, that's like the second part of this episode done. Sorry that it took me this long to post another video. I know. I'm not, I'm not, I'm been busy, not a good person, blah, blah, blah. Whatever y'all say. But anyways, I hope y'all have an amazing day. See y'all.